Hey, Gumtown, how y'all doing today? We're here with Erick Wright. Some of you guys may remember Erick Wright for being involved with the community with his run for the second congressional district for Alabama, and his run for the city council district 6. So, how's everything been going, Erick?
Man, pretty good, pretty good, pretty busy.
Yeah, I see. So, you just released a new book on
Yes.
politics as usual.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it on Facebook, and Instagram, advertised around, and we had to grab a copy ourselves. We read it, and we really like it. So
That's
just
what I'm talking about.
give us a overview of the
Yeah,
book and what influenced you to write it.
yeah. The book Politics as Usual. It took me about 3 years to pretty much get all the information and composite it into a small book, easy to read book.
Mm.
I really, at first, I thought I was going to market it to younger people, to college students, high school students. But as the book has been released, it's been just about everybody can find something important or something that they could take away from it. But it's basically just discussing our political what's actually going on in the political world and how it deals with us.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, as you know, kind of like our religion. We're kind of born into our religion depending on what our family was.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with politics. We're kind of born into whatever political party based on our family's affiliation.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we agree with it, that it goes by the standards that we want, or it's doing the things that we want it to do. And that was my point of writing this book, for us to take another look at what politics is supposed to do for us.
Mm-hmm.
And giving you that perspective, it gives us a better idea of what kind of politicians to actually vote for and what kind of policies we really want to stand behind.
Mm-hmm.
So I put everything in here from, I talked about hip hop to the music industry to politics, Democrats, especially Democrats in the state of Alabama, and just my interaction with them, run for Congress, and also I put in the book also my perspective from the Selma to Montgomery March, because I participated in that too.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to give everyone my point of view. If it can help them, great. I think everything should be built upon. Nothing is concrete. So whatever I learn, I would like to give it out. If you could take something from it and make it better, do it. Perfect it. Because this is what it's about. If it's really about helping our neighborhood and helping our people that's in our community. So this is what the book is about. So if you don't have a copy, definitely go get a copy. It's only $7. It's $7 because I want everybody to have the information. I want it to be accessible. I'm not trying to make $1 million to go on a book tour or anything like that. I want people to know the facts. Because when it comes down to it, we need better protection. We need better representation.
Mm-hmm. So, based on what you just said, like, what do you think about the current political state of Montgomery? Our current representation, on cities and state and national levels. What do you think about it?
Well, I honestly believe that Alabama needs a huge shift in power. There has to be a change of the mindset of the people in Montgomery for this shift in power to happen. Because without a shift to something different, we'll always get the same thing, and we know that's insanity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be a shift, and you see it with some of the political races. You see people that's winning that you may have thought that wouldn't win. People that's getting support that you probably wouldn't have thought would be in those positions, but those are the people that's going to make change, and that's what we need is change. We're kind of in that golden age of information where if you're ready to hit the streets and you're ready to actually do something for the people and you know your stuff, you know your shit, then those are the people that's going to be able to take these positions from politicians that may have been in office 10, 15, 20 years, But it's definitely happening. And you can see it in the atmosphere. And like any other change, you should embrace it. Life is about change. That's the only constant we have, is change. So we should definitely embrace it and do what we can to make it better.
That's cool. And I know in one point of your books you was talking about, different policies and everything, and one point that I want to talk about, well, I want you to talk about, is about like the decriminalization of marijuana.
Yes. Now, let's put it simple. The police department was invented to protect you from other people, not to protect you from yourself. Point blank, period. So, if someone has a drug problem, then they need help. They don't need to be locked up. They don't need to be in jail. Studies show that the arrest statistics for marijuana is highly on the black or African American side, and least likely to be arrested for marijuana would be white Americans. But we use marijuana the same. The usage is the same across the board. And other states are taking advantage of this market because it is a market that people are accessing, that are making a lot of money doing so, and it's totally legal there. And it's helping their community. And we seem to be the ones that's lagging behind. And in the book, I actually talk about that. Why are we lagging behind when we have all the land? This is Alabama. We grow everything. So how is California outgrowing us on any crop? It doesn't matter what it is. How is how is Colorado outgrowing us, Alabama? That's impossible. With the climate that we have here, the land that we have here, the water that we have here, it only makes sense. To do otherwise is just really taking advantage of poor people, because that's basically what you're doing. You're taking advantage of the people that you see, that you stop, which are poor people, which are black people, and that's why you see the arrests like they are. So to decriminalize it, that takes away the opportunity to put people in debtor's prison and have bad records, the inability to find a job, the inability to actually move on with your life. You can't even have a license if you get locked up for marijuana.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of like a DUI. It's the same thing. Yeah.
Wow.
But that's something that has to change. It has to change because it doesn't help us, it hurts us. So regardless of what you feel about it, what are the facts? The facts are marijuana is not a gateway drug. The facts are marijuana can help a host of things, from headaches to nausea to PMS symptoms, etc. And it's actual medical fact that it does help people. Even people with Alzheimer's. My son had severe seizures, and he was prescribed CBD oil. CBD oil is actually the extract from the marijuana plant. And this is something that's helping kids, that's stopping people from being in pain. How could it ever be wrong?
Wow.
Unless your city is based on making money, a profit or revenue on poor people. And if that is your city's only way of revenue, source of revenue, then it's a failing plan. And we see that every day.
Wow.
So we got to change it.
Wow. That was some great points
Right,
you
and
made.
that's being non-emotional about it and just sticking straight to the facts.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to order a copy of your book, Politics as Usual, how can they do so?
Well, you can get Politics as Usual from Amazon. You can go to Amazon, just type in Politics as Usual, or type in Erick Wright, ERICKWRIGHT. And you will see two books that I have published. That's Politics as Usual, and When God Smiles. That's a children's book that I wrote as well. And if you notice in God Smiles, just by the cover, I don't know if anyone has ever seen a depiction of God being in that light. But this is the first thing that I would like young black boys to start with, especially being able to read, and something that'll capture their attention, and also allow them to pick up those difficult words that they'll find in kindergarten and first grade. And it's repetitive, almost like a Dr. Seuss book. It's repetitive, and it helps with that pronunciation of those words. and it also connects to them because they're seeing a person that looks like them.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow, well, that's amazing. Well, we thank you so much, Erick Wright, for your time and everything. Thank you for the enlightenment. But Gumptown, make sure you order a copy of Politics as Usual. And for your kids, niece, nephew, godchildren, whomever, church members, whoever, get a copy of When God Smiles, written by Erick Wright. Get you a copy off Amazon. You're tuned into Gumptown TV. Stay connected.